8:47 here on Zito and Garrett. Joining us in studio, you can catch him this weekend at Captain Brien's Off the Hook Comedy Club in Marco Island. From the Latin Kings of Comedy, please welcome our good friend Joey Medina. Joey, good morning.
Thank you, kids. Thank you. It's good to be back, man. I had a great time. You guys introduced me to Twitter.
You know, you reminded us of that when you walked in, and it's hysterical that that wasn't what I remembered most about you the last time, but that's hysterical that we introduced you to Twitter. And tell us how many people are following you now, Joey?
1,000.
Really?
1,000. So a little more than 1,000.
You have 1,000.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I think that's great. I think it's great because Twitter, I think, is starting to diminish. When we taught you what Twitter was,
yes.
it was
hot.
It was
hot
really hot.
Right.
Okay. Now what's I think is hotter is the Facebook/Twitter combination. Are you familiar with this?
Yes.
Where you sync them both together.
Well, I'm really lucky because all my young friends from MySpace finally became 21 and are now Facebook friends. So it balances out.
Yeah, it seems to be. It seems to be Facebook is the VH1 to the MySpace is the MTV.
Yes, absolutely.
No doubt about
absolutely.
It's a great analogy that Zito came up with. Actually.
Well, I mean, it just fits. It works. But you know, so tell us how's everything been going? All right,
We're doing great, man. Like I said last time, I was going to do a film called Zombie Stripper, so I've done that. That was with Jenna Jameson and Robert Englund, who's Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, you didn't do it yet. I think the last time we saw you were about to do it. So did you have any sex? Man. Did you have any sex with Jenna Jameson?
No. I did hold her breast though. There was a
did
scene
you?
There was one scene where we carry her, so I'm towards the direction of her head and I'm holding her fake boobs in my arms.
But wait a second, aren't those boobs a little strange looking now? Like, isn't she a little weird looking now?
She looks like a white Ethiopian.
Yeah,
that's how she is, like 10 pounds, man.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
I mean, like a big tattoo.
Well, now she's pregnant
right?
or whatever. Oh, no, she had her kid, I think, already. No, she didn't have a tattoo. She was just she's really thin, poor girl. She does not look like
her
she
face
used to when
is
I used to
like
pleasure myself to her.
Right. No, she looks completely different. Now her face looks like she's got a lot of Botox, bad plastic surgery.
Yeah.
She's a real mess, huh?
She's really delightful as a person, but she's not as attractive as she used to be. You know, when she was younger, she was voluptuous. She had a great bod. Yeah. She looked natural and real.
She seems like a broken person now.
Well, that's because she's with Tito Ortiz.
Yeah,
like anybody.
Absolutely. So she seemed nice. She got all her faculties. She just looks weird. You know?
No, she's fine, man. She was very cool. She was. She didn't really associate with anybody, like off camera or whatever.
She's a superstar.
But Freddy Krueger was a cool cat.
Robert Englund.
Yes, Robert Englund, man.
Well, what's his deal?
He just loves to talk, dude. He knows stories about every actor you could think of, and he just can. Like in the beginning, it's cool, right? Then after a while, I'm like, dude, you're getting creepy, man. Right. It's enough.
Yeah, stop name dropping. I got that you're in the movies. You're Freddy Krueger.
Well, he's trying to do everything he can do to prove that he's not a one-dimensional actor. You know.
No, he's actually a good actor. He's actually a good actor in this. He plays like a real jerk.
Right.
And he does a good job at that. And he's not a real jerk person. He's a really cool cat.
Oh, and what's the name of the movie again?
Zombie Strippers.
Zombie Strippers.
Yes.
This isn't a straight to DVD.
No, it was actually, we had a release, man. I think they played it in Miami. I think it was a few cities, like major cities, New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, cities like that. I think it was in Vegas. I don't know, maybe 8, 10 cities. Okay. And it was in the theater for about 2 or 3 weeks, and now it's in DVD.
So what happened as your role? Who were you in the film, Joey?
I played Paco.
Oh, Paco.
I'm Paco, yeah. And it's hard because I play a Mexican and I'm Puerto Rican, so it's very difficult.
That's a stretch.
Very difficult.
That is a stretch.
I had to play an illegal alien even though I'm a citizen. That was very difficult to play.
How frustrating is that typecasting, you know?
You're an actor, my friend. This is what you do.
No, I hate it when don't you hate I don't know about you guys, but I hate it when you see actors, they go, well, I read the script and I love the story, and I said, to be honest, they offered me a gig and I took it. That was the way it worked. They offered me a paycheck and I said yes.
I'll take it.
And I'm like, what am I doing, by the way? You're playing a stereotypical Mexican custodian. I'm like, all right, cool. You guys are paying every 2 weeks. I'm there. I mean, who cares?
So you the highlight was touching Jenna Jameson's boob. You held it. You said.
Yeah, dude. It was nice, man. It's like a soft porn. Every woman in there is gorgeous. Yeah, even when they're zombies, they still look hot.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were surrounded by naked women the whole time.
The whole time.
So what was her boob like when you held it in your hand? Was it like kind of deflated and like
no, actually,
or was it still voluptuous and nice?
No, it looks voluptuous, but it's outside the muscle, so I guess you could still feel the sack.
Oh, you can feel that sack.
They all feel a little different. You know, so but
That's
good.
her special.
It's like holding a replication of the Lombardi Trophy or something. You know, it's like it's not the real Stanley Cup. It's
Well, hey, it's Jenna Jameson. You know,
she's a trophy though in herself. I mean,
Oh yeah, she's as small as a trophy. The girl's
She
tiny.
really?
Yeah, it's a tiny, tiny girl.
What is it? I mean, is there any explanation that precedes her appearance? Like, all right, she's really thin, but she's not anorexic. It's because she's with Tito Ortiz and he put her on this exercise regimen.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, what she says officially is that her, she got a divorce and she had to give her husband, it was a freeloader, so she had to give her ex-husband, like half of everything,
Right.
and all that money, all that stress made her that thin.
Wow.
But my life is stressful. And look at me, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man, I
So
hear
it
it.
doesn't work. It's bull, man. I need some of that kind of stress. I need to lose some weight.
that is
I'm sorry.
bogus. That's even a lame story.
And of course it is. But
Yeah.
hey, what are you gonna do?
You'd have to be as dumb as a porn actress to come up with that story.
Porn actress.
Pornographic actress.
Joey Medina from the Latin Kings of Comedy is our guest this morning on Zito and Garrett. You can catch him at Captain Brien's Off the Hook Comedy Club in Marco Island. You can call for tickets 389-6900, or you can log on to offthehookcomedy.com.
Yeah, and they say Latin Kings of Comedy go, hey, how'd that do for you? I go, well, worked great for George Lopez.
Yeah.
He doesn't even take my calls now.
Yeah.
But
Have you seen his show?
Yeah, it's
I like it.
It's all right, except in my mind, I'm like, George, we get it. You're Mexican. You don't have to, do
Right.
a zarape dance or dance around a sombrero every episode.
Right,
you know?
right.
But,
So-
it is what it is.
Says the guy who played the illegal immigrant.
That's right. Hey, stop being so stereotypical, George.
We know you're
Move-
freaking Mexican,
That's
okay?
right. Why don't
By
you
the
play
way,
Paco and Zombie
that was
Street?
Paco and Zombie Street. I saw his episode, the first week of the George Lopez show. The guitarist in his house band was Slash. And I thought that was I thought that was cool and also incredibly embarrassing if I was Slash. Being in a brand new talk show house band, it was like, wow, you were in Guns N' Roses, bro.
Yeah, no kidding.
But
Is that permanent though?
No,
No.
He was the guest.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's kind of embarrassing anytime a white person works for a Mexican. That's kind of embarrassing. You know?
He's no way. He's a half Jew, half black guy.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
Saul
then,
Hudson.
what makes him Dominican?
So I guess he's pretty close.
Listen, I think the white guy time is over.
Yeah,
I think it's done.
Yeah.
It's your time,
We're
bro.
done. I mean, I am ready to. I'm ready to be just an underclass guy who's kicked around by everybody else, just solely because of the color.
Well,
of my skin.
this isn't my joke. This is my friend Russell Peters' joke. But he goes, a white person is like a cassette. It's like, remember those?
It's the truth. It's the truth. And what can you say? What can you do? Can you be upset about it? Should white people get together and be like, "There's not enough of us anymore"?
You just gotta suck it up and don't complain. Don't complain like the rest of them always complain. I hate a bunch of crybabies.
Yeah, you know
Just
you white people.
suck it up. Just suck it up and realize what the facts are. So, Joey, what are you doing? You got any other great projects coming up, like Zombie
Actually,
Strippers?
yes. No, I actually have I'm going to be directing
Whoa!
and writing a movie called Chewy.
Chewy?
Yes.
This has something to do with Mexican culture again, doesn't it?
Yes, it's about a Chihuahua. It's the truth. I'm not lying. It's the truth.
That George Lopez.
That George Lopez making your people look bad.
So no, but the funny thing is I know. And then I'm also going to be having a quinceañera later.
When is the siesta?
It's what?
When is the siesta?
No, check this out. The thing is this: I directed. Okay, another stereotype. I directed a comedy special. It's not out yet. It's called Cholo Comedy Slam.
Right.
And the people who I did that for gave me a project to write and direct. It's called Chewy. It's a dog movie. They're doing 2 of them. I think they're playing it. It's playing it live, or it's gonna play first in France.
Right.
Then it's gonna be out, DVD everywhere,
Right on.
and whatever. So they're doing part 1, or one of them now as we speak, and then I'm doing the second one. So I'll start the second one by around March, I think.
Now, is that something you've ever done anything directing
Oh
before?
yeah. I directed a movie called El Matador. It was the first thing I ever did.
This is
Okay.
something.
Paul Rodriguez is in there. I'm glad I also did one called Chips and Salsa. I also did one called Lupita, my mom, who's the maid. I also did. No, I'm just kidding.
He goes outside of his wheelhouse. is
Yeah,
Medina,
you know.
know?
And sometimes I do Mexican, sometimes I do Dominican, sometimes I do Puerto Rican.
You're
I don't want to be stereotypical.
You're versatile.
Yes.
right,
No,
well-
I directed a couple music videos, so
What is this movie with Danny Trejo that's coming out?
There's 2. There's I did one called Bloody Sunday, which sucks.
Okay.
Then I did
Right.
one called Devil Inside.
Devil Inside. That's
Yeah.
the one we're looking forward to.
All right, we'll take a quick break and be back more with Joey Medina from the Latin Kings of Comedy and performing this weekend at Captain Brien's Off the Hook Comedy Club in Marco Island. Call for tickets 389-6900 or log on to offthehookcomedy.com. We'll be right back.